Gentleman's Guide.
What up? It's your boy B Barnes. This is the Gentleman's Guide podcast, where we seek to unpack manhood one day at a time. Today we have a guest that has not only made lemonade out of lemons, but he's pushing to give other brothers tools and opportunities that he himself didn't necessarily have. He's the founder and operator of his own brand. He's a community activist, a minister, motivational speaker. He goes by the name of Greg Likeminded Boseman. What's going on, man?
What's up? What's up?
How you been, dog?
I've been good, man. I've been good. Working hard, but been good.
I wanted to bring you on to the podcast because I follow you online. I've seen and watched the videos. I've followed your story. You had papers published in the article. You wrote a book. What is more than just a felon, and what are you trying to accomplish? What's the end goal?
Well, more than just a felon is basically letting people. I want people to see us more than just a felon. Mm-hmm. More than just somebody that made a mistake. I wanted people to see that, hey, we fell short. We made a mistake. We did our dues. You know what I'm saying, in the courtroom. We was punished for it. Yeah. Now, I want everybody to look at us like we're human. That we want to live. We want to be able to do the same things that other people are doing. Yeah. It's like people are making it harder for us, that we got to revert back to our old ways. Yeah. Because we can't get jobs. We can't vote. It's a lot of patience on us.
What I understand is, like, if you serve your time, you pay your debt to society. When you get out, and then why are all these obstacles holding you back? You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's not fair, man. It's not fair. And at the end of the day, it's like, it's a system it perpetuates the prison industrial complex, right? Like, it keeps these bodies, these same people recycling the same cycle. It's not fair, and it provides no way out,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, yeah, talk about your really your community activism, man. What's been going on your end?
Well, I've been, talking to the youth, speaking with the youth, and helping those that's coming out of prison, with the support, because a lot of us don't, when we come out of prison, a lot of us don't have a support system. And when you have that support system to help you out, to get jobs or mentally, that's back to society, man, we end up right back doing the same thing again. Yeah. Going right in. Facts. Out here now, I'm starting a re-entry program for, at my church. It's called Total Impact. I'm starting a re-entry program, man, to help those that come out of prison or have a place to stay, give them some type of job training, give them some type of counseling, help them mentally, just to help them out, they need a GED, get their GED, stuff like that. So that's basically what I'm doing in the community right now.
Yeah. I know one thing, I can't remember what state, but I'm pretty sure I read it online the other day, where it was a particular state that just passed a law or signed a bill to let, formerly incarcerated people and former, felons, people that have felonies on their record, have the right to vote. And I feel like that's a turning of the tide. That's big, man. Yeah. Especially in an election year. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's election.
And that's a whole nother conversation. We ain't gonna go into that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But just getting back to your story, man, what to the young brothers out there, and I've seen so many of your videos really trying to, spit this game to these young guys out here that's going down the same path that you did, or, you're trying to steer them from that dark path. What would you tell, a young guy who's struggling with trying to get out of that life, but he doesn't see a way out? What would you tell that guy right now? Shoot, or girl.
I would tell him or her, man, to stay focused, man, and it's really time to separate yourself, because I know it's hard to get out that lifestyle. Trust and believe that. It took me a long time to get out of it. Mm-hmm. And because you got the attention, you got the streets, you got the adrenaline rolling, you got the attention, women, you got the men. Yeah. That nightlife, then sometimes people go to the streets, man, for love. So, because they're not getting at home. So all I can say is, man, to be strong, stay focused, and know what you're losing if you turn back around.
Yeah.
Know what you're going to lose, because a lot of our youngins don't know that they glorify these videos and stuff. They don't know that in real life, man, hey, incarceration ain't like what you see on TV.
Yeah.
And a lot of people can't handle it mentally, when they go inside it. And that's why the suicide rate, they don't talk about that. The suicide rate inside the prison system is high. Very high.
I'm gonna tell you something that I don't tell a lot of people. My family knows about this, but for me, it was a short period of time in my life. I was probably 7th, 8th grade where I was about to go right into that system, man. I think I ended up going to juvie for the better part of a month, and I got out on good behavior. That was my scared straight moment. You know what I'm saying? But I could see how specifically a black guy could be accused of something, and there's no evidence of anything, but just for the mere fact that you're a young black male, it's an easy opportunity to, are we going to get him to the system? Boom, 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 boom. And then your life is a downward spiral after that. You know what I'm saying? Now, luckily for me, I had a support system, and I had people to lean on, and people that loved me enough where they held me accountable. And I saw that, okay, sports was my out. You know what I'm saying? Sports was my out at the time, and it allowed me to turn my life around. In hindsight, it was a huge point in my life. At the time I didn't realize it. And I think that's very important for, like you said, a lot of the young folks out there. It's like when you're in that moment, it's hard to see outside of that mindset. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So I know you
go that. No, hard to get out.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who are some people that you looked up to growing up before and after you got out of the system? You know what I mean? Or did you have any role models or people that you looked up to, especially now, but how did those people impact you in a way?
Well, I look at my brothers, my brothers and my cousins. I look at them highly because one of them was in the same boat I was in. And another one was basically, he became he's an apostle now.
Okay.
He came from the same road the background I came from. And then I got a cousin, man, he just been, come from the struggle, period. And they was always there for me, supporting me. And when I came home, that was my support system that I looked up to, because they held me up when I felt, down, when I felt like giving up.
Word.
I guess that's all I can say.
Yeah.
It was them,
That's what's up, man.
Really pushed me.
Yeah, bro. I always say, it's always good to have, it's always good to have role models, but specifically for a man, it's always important to have some sort of male figure in your life to aspire to be or to hold you accountable, because,
Definitely.
We're going to learn. I always say this, we're going to learn what to do and what not to do.
Exactly.
You can be raised. Right. So your book, More Than Just a Felon, that's the name, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Where can people find your book or, read it?
They can either DM me, or come, meet me at the church.
Okay.
If you are in the area. But if not, you can go to Likeminded.com and you can get it from there.
Perfect, man. So I don't want you to give the whole story away, but really just kind of give a brief synopsis of what the book is going into, just so we can get the viewers' attention.
Yeah, where the book is going into, basically my story, what led me up to being in prison, road towards that cell.
Yeah.
And it explained a lot of details of what made me choose that lifestyle and what kept me in that lifestyle. But then it shows, what got me out of the lifestyle.
Got you.
Where I'm at now and how God is, is very much a part of my life.
Yeah.
He's the life right now. So it's mostly it's sharing my story of how I overcame, about to commit suicide, about to commit, how, I dealt with depression, how I dealt with, not having that support system, being young and stuff. It's a whole lot. But it's an overcoming story that a lot of us need to hear, because a lot of men, especially men, are suffering in silence because we hold our pride and ego, you know what I'm saying, so much in that we scared to express ourselves.
Hey, don't preach to him now. Don't preach to him.
My bad.
No, you go. Hey, go ahead, bro. Let it out, man.
A lot of them, you know what I'm saying, they hold that in, and man, they're afraid to, they think people gonna look at you like you soft.
Right.
I'm safe, but not soft.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not afraid to express how I'm feeling the inside, because when I was holding that in the inside, man, I'm telling you, man, that I was ready to end it.
Yeah.
That's
it's very important that you mention God and you mention your faith. I think, one should always have a strong relationship with, in their faith, but also understanding as a man, like you just mentioned, it's always been a stigma of, part of being a man is you don't talk about your feelings.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You don't express your feelings because that shows weakness, or, you know what I mean? And like you said, when you hold all that negative energy, all that trauma that you've been through, you hold that inside, you don't talk about it, man. It's gonna blow up. It's gonna manifest in some way. It's gonna manifest, whether it's a drug addiction, you physically abusing somebody, or you know what I'm saying, like it's gonna happen. It's gonna come out some way. So if you don't talk about it, man, it could lead down a dark path. Sure
enough is.
Yes, sir.
And that's why I'm trying to get our youth and men, period, man, to try to open up more about that, because man, people don't understand. A lot of our youth are walking around with a lot of pain now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But we're afraid to listen to them because we're afraid of them. We
judge them,
we didn't get to know them.
You're right. You're totally right. I feel like there's a disconnect because there's been a huge I would say digital divide when it comes to the previous generation, and then the millennials, and then the Gen Zs currently right now, where they are going through things that I was born in 1990. Millennials, we didn't go through things that kids are going through now. You know what I'm saying? So I know there's parents much older than me that got teenagers as kids, and it's a huge divide. So part of it is they don't understand. And then the other piece is like, you're a kid and they feel like you're supposed to push through because they pushed through all these different types of traumas when they were kids. You know what I mean? But it's different now because when you got the internet, you got social media, that's a whole different dynamic that we didn't have to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of people, a lot of them can't connect to that. They don't understand it.
If there was one thing that you could tell your younger self, what would that be?
Oh, wow. One thing I could tell my younger self, I would tell my younger self, man, to listen to what my parents was telling me, to really listen to what they was telling me and how they was trying to keep me out of trouble.
Yeah.
It wasn't trying to punish me, but it was trying to keep me out of trouble. And if I would have listened to them, I wouldn't be, have that that experience that I experienced.
Yeah.
You know?
I think there's a twofold to that, because on one hand it's like, yo, we can always see what we could have did differently. Yeah. But on the flip side is like, if God didn't take me through what I went through, would you? About to say that, no. Yeah. Would you be the person that you are right now? Exactly. You know what I mean? Now we none of us can answer that for sure, but you can kind of come to a presumption of I am who I am right now because of what I've been through, and I came out on the other side, and now I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, get some game to the younger brothers out there, the younger sisters that, hey, there's light at the end of the tunnel, and if I can do it, anybody. If you can do it, then anybody can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly right. And that's how I felt. It took me a long time to grasp that and to understand that. Yeah. Because I didn't like, when I look at my reflection, I didn't like who I was at first. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Everything that I did. But now it is what it is. I love it. That's dope, bro. That's dope. That's dope. All right, man. So going into your community activism, and like you said, your main goal right now is to obviously spread the word of God, but also, you know, help guys that are coming from the inside on the outside. So since you've been on this endeavor, on this journey, this newfound journey, what has been your biggest lesson? Some people would call it a failure, but what has been your biggest lesson, you know, in this new journey?
My biggest lesson?
Yeah.
It's plain and simple, man. Walk by faith, not by sight.
There you go. There you go.
That's basically it. I mean, that's what I stand on right now, you know. And a lot of people asked me that question one time, Greg, why you switching up? Why you doing this and that? I said, man, because I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for God. I wouldn't survive everything that I went through, from being shot, being stabbed, being by a car, everything that I endured. I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for God.
Wow.
So walk by faith, not by sight. That's what I live by.
That's powerful, man. That's powerful. Where can all of our listeners, our viewers, where can people find you online? Facebook, Instagram, website.
Facebook as Greg Likeminded Boseman, or they can go to Instagram and find me as Likeminded Denim. Gotcha.
So now we talked about your story. Now we're gonna go into your business endeavors. What's going on the entrepreneurial side? Well,
right now I'm still pushing Likeminded. That's my brand. That's what got me out of Philippians 2:2. And I'm still, you know, inspiring people, motivating people with the quotes that I have. But God, more than just a felon, and seek His face. And it's moving pretty fast. But also now I'm journeying YouTube right now, teaching people how to do t-shirts, teaching people about the t-shirt business that are interested. Teach them new things, you know what I'm saying, like new techniques, new ideas, being creative, showing them how to be creative with their techniques and just building them up, because a lot of people don't have that confidence to jump to what they see, you know, jump into what they believe they can do. So I'm there on YouTube trying to push them there and just show them that it's easy, and, you know, to start your own business. Because a lot of us afraid to start our own business. So that's what basically I'm at now. I'm still doing custom shirts. I'm still doing, you know, stuff like that, but that's what I'm mainly doing now. Is showing people because a lot of people don't want to give the secret, they say, of how to do things. But I'm here with them because God gave it to me, and it wasn't for me to hold. It's for Him. It's for me to give, you know what I'm saying, shit back out. So
I was just about to say the same thing. It's like if you get something that naturally came to you, which people say, you know, get from God, you know, you get this natural inclination to know how to do something at a certain level. You know, why would you not pass that on? It's enough out here for everybody to get what they need to get, to prosper, to do whatever they need to do to feed their families. And at the same time, you find something that you're passionate about, and you're preaching entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? And you're giving these people who may have a hard time getting a 9-to-5, you know, to fend for themselves. You know what I'm
saying? That's exactly what I'm doing right now.
That's what's up, bro. Dope. So we gonna end the conversation on my final question. Going into these interviews with entrepreneurs, Black entrepreneurs, especially Black men on the Gentleman's Guide podcast, I gotta ask every person, what does manhood from the Black perspective mean to you, and what does it look like?
We just talked about that today.
Take your time, bro. Take your time.
I mean, that's something powerful, man, because sometimes I view it as that we're failing as Black men, and sometimes I view that we standing tall as Black men. And the reason I say that, man, because a lot of us that been down that road that we went down are not out there trying to stop our kids, no matter if they're yours or not, trying to stop them from heading down that road. What we doing is we putting more fuel to the fire to push them down there. And then you got some of us that are standing up trying to, you know, direct our kids towards a better place. But a lot of us not helping that person out, you know. And I'm gonna say it like just like you. You know, we should be supporting this. We should be supporting you a lot more to push that message out there, but we're not. You know what I'm saying? We pushing more of the negative influence, you know what I'm saying, as being black, especially a black man, and not pushing more of the positive. We're not showing the kids, you know what I'm saying, that, hey, I overcame being in jail, but I don't glorify being in jail. But look what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? Look what I'm doing now. And that's how I see it, as it's your pros and your cons right now. And we need to really pull it together, because once we pull it together, oh man, it's going to shake everything, man. It's going to rattle everything, man.
I think the biggest piece that a lot of kids don't understand for whatever reason is most of the people that they look up to, they may carry themselves a certain way. They may say certain things in their art, you know, whether it be actual art, you know, music, whatever. And these people are rapping and talking about the things that they used to do because, one, it was true and this is what they've been through. But at the same time, they ain't doing it no more. They making money off of it. They done monetized it. You know what I'm saying? They monetizing it, and they're trying to, you know, perpetuate a persona that they've created because it makes money, right? And they're taking care of their families, and more power to them. But kids need to understand that, yo, this is not the life they live anymore. You know what I mean? It's a very small. Yeah, right. It's a very small percentage of rappers and entertainers out here that's really talking about what, you know, really doing what they say. You know what I mean? And that's a piece that a lot of kids don't catch sometimes. You know. So
look behind the scenes. A lot of these rappers that was rapping that, you got to look at their family. Their family, hey, they gone to Spencer Harvard. All that, and they don't show that part. You know? Snoop Dogg,
look. Yeah, right. People don't realize Snoop Dogg, he a family man, bro. He a family man. 2 Chainz, look. 2 Chainz, he a family man, bro. He went to college, everything. Played ball. He was a family man. He obviously he's from the hood, he's from the streets, and that's what he talk about. You know what I'm saying? But
back to the community and everything.
Exactly.
He does, but you know, they don't show a lot of behind the scenes, man. I don't know why they don't do that, but they should do that.
Yeah. You're right, man. Well, man, this has been a very enlightening conversation. It's been a dope conversation. I appreciate you taking the time out, man. Again, this is Greg Likeminded Boseman, entrepreneur, businessman, community activist, man of God. He's really practicing what he preaches, and I appreciate you, man. From black man to black man, I appreciate you, dog.
Most definitely. I appreciate you.